I'm Angela. Welcome to the Smoky Mountains. This is my 99 350 Econoline van. It's a 7.3 diesel. Come on in. This is our van, and it's very much a DIY project, and we did it on a budget and did it ourselves. So we put our wood table on a hinge so it folds up and down. We like to cook outside so we don't get any smells in the van. And if you want to come inside. So originally this was a conversion fan that we gutted completely, and it had some swivel seats in the back. So my boyfriend retrofitted the plates in the front to make that a swivel seat in the front. And then we have a 55 liter 12 volt fridge that we run off of our Goal Zero solar generator that we charge with our 200 watts of solar on the roof. So this is our 40-inch kitchenette. We have everything we need. We have 6 gallons of fresh water and 6 gallons gray water underneath here. Ooh. And storage, kind of messy. And then we just keep all of our kitchenwares under here. It's kind of a junk drawer.
Catch-alls, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so we have a 15-inch sink, and our water system is actually just a USB faucet that was rechargeable. We had a hand pump faucet, but that's way better. I actually do cook in here, but nothing smelly. That's like the rule. We don't cook anything stinky in here. We make eggs and stuff, and then always have our coffee, and we have a nice little window with a view. That's a good part about the conversion van. It had a lot of windows already in it. This is our Chinese diesel heater. We went with the model that is all together and it has a casing around it just to keep any fuel lines from getting snagged, because we store a lot of stuff under the bed, so we didn't want fuel lines under our bed. And then we also have our windows with some screens. We insulated the ceiling and the floor with some like that foam board, and then there's some actual insulation in the walls because there's a little bit of framing behind here. It's insulated pretty well. The floor is a little cold sometimes because, you know, all the air coming under the van. But we also have our max air fan for in the summertime as a must. It gets pretty hot in the Smoky Mountains. It's normally where we camp at for the most part because we're just part-time. And then we have a queen size bed. We did it long ways so that we wouldn't have to climb over each other to get in and out of the bed. And then up here's our storage that we keep our clothes and just toiletries and towels and things. That door we made out of just scrap wood that we had in the shop, and a belt buckle from an old belt I had. So what got me into part-time van life, weekend van life I like to call it, is we took a road trip last year and out west, and we saw a ton of camper vans everywhere. And I had asked my boyfriend before we left, hey, do you want to rent one? And he was like, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure we'll know where to park. So we didn't. And then we got out there and he was like, oh, I so regret this. I wish we had a van. So then as soon as we came back from that trip, that was last April. And then in May, we bought this van, gutted it, and we were done with it in about July, I guess. And that's when we first started taking our little road trips. We mainly stay in the Smoky Mountains for the weekends. We go into western North Carolina, Pisgah National Forest, Cherokee National Forest. We've been to like Fall Creek Falls in Middle Tennessee, Crossville. And then we have a trip coming up in a couple of weeks. We just don't know where we're going yet. We're going. We just don't know where we're going to end up yet. Can't wait though, because that's the beauty about van life, is you can just get in the car and you go, and you make sure you got some food in the fridge and some clothes in the cupboard and fuel in the tank, and then we just adventure and we have the best time. We have a blast. And then also it just kind of breaks up everyday life. We work a lot of hours at our jobs, so, and it's not a remote job, so we're in-house every day, and we really relax. Like, we set up the hammock wherever we stay for the day and just chill out and just enjoy our time together. And it's like probably one of the most fun things I've ever done. When we do take longer trips, we have a backup tank, so we carry like 12 gallons with us, but most of the time we're refilling a lot. A really small space, so organization is key and trying to keep it clean, and we just put like some baskets to start organizing because we just had junk sitting everywhere. Well, I found Chrome because when we started building out this van, we were completely lost. Like, my boyfriend and I have both done remodeling projects on homes, but this is totally, it's custom. Nothing's level, you know, and nothing is square. So we started scouring the internet. We found Chrome and several other van lifers that had built out their own rigs and just started kind of piecing together what we wanted. We have a very simple design. Easy. We did like paneling on the walls for the weight factor. We didn't do tongue and groove because it's just too heavy, and we try to like reduce our weight load.
And you said you had foam insulation behind it?
Yeah, foam insulation up top and up here, and then there's more space back there because the wall's curved, so there's some more insulation. Yeah, we camped when we went out to Middle Tennessee. It was in the 20s, and our diesel heater kept us warm all night. Worked out really well. We actually have an extension that goes on that and kind of points the air back this direction. Yeah, it works really well. It actually kind of burns us out of here sometimes. We have to.
It's a small space.
Yeah, yeah. So we normally just crank it up, heat up the van, and then turn it off for the night most of the time. And then I'll wake up early and turn it on, warm the place up. We kind of built this for if we needed to take everything out of here and put in another rig, we could. So we didn't try to like our cabinets and stuff are, this is an old cabinet I had in my garage. That's a like damaged cabinet from Lowe's that we cut down. So nothing's really custom. It's just, we kind of just made things work. Originally, all these walls were that dark color and it felt like a cave. And my boyfriend was like, no, we gotta paint the walls white. And it really made it a lot bigger. We also have our little porta potty that we don't use unless it's an emergency.
We always say that, yeah. But those emergencies come in handy.
Yeah, that's why it's right here, just in case. Normally it's under the bed, like really far back behind there. We always carry bear spray because we are in the mountains most of the time, and we have run into several black bears just, you know, seeing them. They don't ever bother us. We also do make sure we're safe. In here we have carbon monoxide detector, smoke detector, fire extinguisher, a propane detector. We carry a small amount of propane in the van just for our camping stove, but we still make sure we have all of our safety things. I will say the first couple nights that we boondocked, we were pretty on edge. Like every time I heard anything, I was like, what is that? And then, you know, opening the door in the middle of the woods in the middle of the night and it's pitch black, you're like, you know. Yeah, but we're trying to stay incognito. Yeah. Well, if you're interested in van life, no matter if it's part-time, full-time, you buy a cheap rig like we did and build it out yourself, or if you pay for it, just do it because it's worth it and it's a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun doing this, and just we've really got to enjoy each other in the van. Even though it's such a small space, we still actually enjoy each other, even being in here together. And even if you're doing it by yourself, it's worth it. It's so much fun.
So hey, I'm Mark. I'm the mechanic. I keep her on the road.
He's the driver most of the time.
Yeah, I'm the chauffeur. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the van tour, and we're gonna keep working and keep building on it. So keep her on the road. How's that?